24/7 Digital Now Center. This is Beyond the Forecast with your most accurate local meteorologists.
Good Sunday evening. I'm meteorologist Dan Tomaso. Obviously, a day where a lot of us have seen some type of precipitation pretty much since the start of the day, and we mentioned that was going to happen. We talked about this yesterday, that precipitation would start early in the day, but it would take almost all day to erode through that warm air near the ground and really start to have a wintry weather impact. So when you have a day near 50 degrees the day before a snowstorm, that's not typically a good recipe, but we are seeing snow across the region. I have a lot of live views coming up showing that. For those of you that are still seeing a mix of rain and snowflakes, now the sun is starting to set. I do think most of us switch over to snow within the next hour or two. So let's talk about what's going on outside. Temperatures are falling, especially in the areas seeing some heavy precip, and that includes areas like Mifflintown at 32, Loysville 32, Chambersburg at 34, 35 in Gettysburg, 33 in Lancaster. Those areas are seeing some heavy precipitation at the moment. So when we talk about heavy precipitation, that could be in the form of rain or snow. One area that's been the hot spot since about 3 o'clock this afternoon for snow has been Willow Hill. This is closer to the Turnpike in northern Franklin County, but it is ripping snow there, and perhaps even 4 to 8 inches there could be slightly undercooking it a bit. If it continues to snow like this through the nighttime, I could see some places getting well over 8 inches of snow in northern Franklin County. Chambersburg beginning to see that snow stick on everywhere except the roadways, but those are some huge dendrites, some huge flakes coming down, so it's only a matter of time before the roadways cool enough with the setting sun to see snow there. Shippensburg campus awfully snowy too at Seth Grove Stadium, so that's interesting to see. New Bloomfield blowing snow there, New Bloomfield Elementary School. So even though it looks like the road surfaces aren't getting the snow yet, it looks like everything else is seeing snow sticking. Camp Hill even at Cedar Cliff High School, big chunky snowflakes coming down, but that looks like it just started within the last half hour or so, so it may take some time for that to accumulate. And perhaps now at the FS Steam Academy in York, starting to see the grass getting some slight accumulation there. Wrightsville, not so much yet. It looks like mostly rain. That's what we had here in uptown Harrisburg at the TV studios. Mostly rain last time I checked, but big snowflakes falling in E-Town. Seeing some snow pivoting into Lancaster County as this coastal low sets up. And look at this in Ephrata, blowing snow there. This up a little bit higher on top of a building in Ephrata, looking down at 322. Not great visibility at the moment. So radar is complicated right now. It is a busy picture. We have some heavy snow stemming over parts of eastern Lancaster County, eastern Lebanon County. Also, heavy snow up through the ridges and valleys, down through Franklin, South Mountain, into parts of western and southern Adams County. The in-between zone is where we may not see some higher totals. So when I mentioned the valleys, we may not see a ton of snow near the Susquehanna River, through Dauphin County, and possibly into western Lebanon, western Lancaster counties. This could be the area that gets missed from some of the heavy snow bands. Why? Well, to the west of the heavy snow, we tend to get some areas of sinking air, and then we also get this inverted trough, and the inverted trough is now over the mountains just to our west, and that's what's creating the snow for Mifflin, Juniata, Perry, Cumberland, and Franklin County. So the in-between zone may not be super special here in terms of snow totals, but I do want to watch this highlighted area to the west because that is the area that could see over 8 inches of snow if these snow rates continue through tonight. And then the other area to keep a focus on is parts of Lancaster County, east of Lancaster City. We're now starting to see that heavy snow coming through Philadelphia and into parts of Chester County. So Lancaster County kind of right in that mix, same with Berks and eastern Lebanon County. Zooming out, this storm is something to behold. It is a large storm. It is deepening right now and really reaching some of its maturity as it gets just to our east. So what does that mean for tonight? More periods of snow continue, and this is with no daytime sun. So without the daytime sun, even though you couldn't see it today, that sun angle is just keeping the column of air warm enough. Couple that with the temperatures near 50 yesterday. It was not a recipe for snow during the day, but now with the sun setting, that's where our concern is for the accumulating snow. So I would say 6 p.m. to 2 a.m., that's when we see the heaviest snow fall. So we take this through 9 p.m., almost every location in the mid-state, save for maybe Fulton County, is getting very steady, if not heavy snow. And that continues through midnight, 1 a.m., even closer to 2 a.m. before it begins to break apart. Now, tomorrow morning, still some leftover snow showers, but some gradual improvement during the day. Monday, not a whole lot going on for Monday other than some pretty strong winds and leftover cold air. So, yeah, there could be some lingering snow showers, but the bulk of the accumulation is tonight. Tuesday brings back some sunshine, and then some milder weather returns heading into Wednesday, but it does come in the form of a warm front with some wet snowflakes. So we're not changing the forecast map. The only thing I will say is that, as I mentioned, the valley locations may end up a little bit lower. So if you can kind of imagine perhaps this 1 to 4 digging a little bit farther to the south, that is one thing to consider. However, other than that, I still think there's going to be some very heavy snow totals over the mountains to the west, including Mifflin, Juniata, Perry, Cumberland, Franklin, even Adams County into the South Mountain area. And then the other area to watch is still the unknown of how much snow wants to fall just to the west of the area of low pressure as it develops. Still possible, 8 inches of snow, possibly more as you get closer to Philadelphia. The Philadelphia area and points to the coastline in southern New Jersey, that's where over a foot of snow could easily fall from this storm. I do want to show you the valley numbers in Precision Cast. Again, this relative lull in the middle of the two heavy snow areas is what we're going to continue following through tonight. So it's the valley locations, the locations that the warmth is a little bit more stubborn, that could impact totals overall. But I think for the rest of us, it is still going to be a very impactful snow. And by the way, 2 to 3, even 4 inches of snow in the valleys is still impactful through tonight, and you want to watch your travel as you're trying to get out and about late tonight, early tomorrow morning. So that's our update for now. We will have a show following the NBA coverage right here on ABC 27, and again from 11 to midnight. I'm not going anywhere. There will be more updates coming, but as we continue to watch our weather cameras and radar, I'll provide more updates in regards to that and the forecast looking ahead. In the meantime, take care, and we'll see you again soon.